If a painter offered to draw you in your purest form in exchange for you never observing their progress or the finished artwork, would you accept the offer? I was a struggling artist, barely making ends meet. One day, a mysterious man came into my studio. He was tall, with a face that seemed to change every time I looked at him. He told me he was a painter, and he wanted to draw me in my purest form. In exchange, I could never see his progress or the finished artwork. I was intrigued, but also desperate for money. I agreed. Every day, I would sit for him, and he would paint. I could hear the brush strokes, but I never saw the canvas. After a few weeks, he told me he was finished. He handed me a check for a large sum of money and left. I was curious, but I kept my promise. I never looked at the painting. Years passed, and I became successful. One day, I was at an art gallery, and I saw a painting that looked familiar. It was me in my purest form. I was naked, but it wasn't sexual. It was raw and vulnerable. I was shocked. I asked the gallery owner who the artist was, and he told me it was a man who had died years ago. I realized it was the same man who had painted me. I felt a deep connection to the painting, and I bought it. I hung it in my home, and every time I looked at it, I felt like I was seeing myself for the first time.